Bart discovered all his classmates had gone crazy. Nelson was spitting in books. A little boy was setting off firecrackers with a pencil sharpener. Another boy was flinging a poisonous snake with his bare hands. It turned out the homeroom teacher had been tricked into joining a cult to manage these crazy kids. Principal Skinner decided to temporarily merge the two fourth-grade classes. The children had to sit 2 per seat. Nelson found his seatmate was a blind boy.
You're blind! If anyone messes with this kid, I will destroy them!
It's okay. No one's messing with me.
You're not a freak, and I won't let you think that about yourself!
I don't think I'm a freak.
So brave!
When Bart arrived at the classroom, only the last seat was left. This girl didn't like Bart. She even used candy to draw a boundary line.
Hi, Nikki. I'm Bart.
To make friends with Nikki, Bart wanted to perform an armpit fart for Nikki. The test results from the previous day came out. Lisa, who had the best grades, got everything wrong. Lisa completely couldn't believe it. She thought this was a nightmare. To wake herself up, she jumped off the desk.
This isn't a dream. I really did fail.
On the other side, Bart finally struck up a conversation with Nikki. They were both interested in vampires and got into an argument.
They look like this.
Awesome picture.
Bart wanted to draw a tattoo for Nikki.
I'd like that.
And finished.
Bart developed feelings for Nikki. At this moment, Lisa could only cry secretly by herself. After her grades became worse, everyone was willing to play with her.
Come to my birthday party! Love me!
Just as Lisa was happy, the teacher came over. It turned out the previous grades were Ralph's. When Ralph cheated, he only copied Lisa's name, but the answers were his own.
Gifted! I'm just advanced. You can catch up.
Gifted!
Bart told Homer, who was under the car, that he had fallen for a girl. He hoped Homer could give him some advice.
Dad?
Hey, boy. Your mother thinks I'm working on a car.
But Marge quickly discovered the lazy Homer. Homer was so scared he hid under the car.
But I need to talk about man stuff.
Talk to Grandpa. He used to be a man.
So Bart went to find Grandpa Abe. He liked a girl but didn't know if she liked him back.
One sure way to find out if a girl likes you. Steal a kiss.
Bart asked if this method worked. Abe said of course it worked. He still remembered those kissing memories.
Uh-oh.
Nikki liked skateboarding just like Bart. She cast a flirtatious glance at Bart. Bart immediately went skateboarding with her. The two skateboarding together looked very compatible. No matter what moves Nikki made, Bart could perfectly match her rhythm. The two were like soulmates with perfect chemistry.
So, what should we do now?
Bart remembered Grandpa's words. He took Nikki's first kiss. Nikki found it disgusting. She was going to tell the teacher and her parents about this. Bart had misunderstood the girl's intentions. Perhaps she just wanted to play, but Bart had developed genuine feelings.
Say ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
That was great! Really great!
Soon, Bart's parents were called to the school. Nikki's parents were very angry about this, but Homer was very happy. He even wanted to kiss Nikki's mother.
Mr. Simpson, I'm an attorney, and my husband is a federal prosecutor, and neither of us is happy.
Nikki's mother demanded a ban on all amorous behavior at school. Otherwise, she would sue the school down to a single coin.
All right, here it is.
And we will make you regret the day your son was born.
You're halfway home, lady.
Bart said it was Grandpa who told him to kiss girls.
Why didn't you just tell him to club her on the head and drag her into a cave?
Oh, he's a little young for that.
Bart wanted to talk privately with Nikki, but Homer worried that Nikki's parents would sue the family into bankruptcy, and they would have to eat garbage every day.
That's no problem. Mom can make garbage taste great.
Thank you.
Well, I mean it.
And it means the world to me.
To distract Bart, Homer had to take him to see a movie. The school specifically held an educational assembly because of Bart's incident, to appease Nikki's parents. Next, they would recreate the scene in a comedic form. Groundskeeper Willie played Nikki. Skinner played Bart.
I finally caught one of Bart's school plays.
That's not Bart. It's Principal Skinner. Bart's sitting right next to you.
Yeah, now that I look closer, that guy couldn't fool anybody.
Shut up, fatso.
You little...
The superintendent ordered them to directly perform the kissing scene. Although they were unwilling, they still kissed.
Hey, Willie, does he taste like failure?
If the children laughed, they would have to keep kissing. The children's laughter grew louder, and so Willie and Skinner kissed all day long. After that, the school banned all physical contact between students.
Maybe I did do something wrong.
Oh, Bart, I hate to see you like this.
Yesterday, Nikki thought Bart was disgusting, but today she took the initiative to kiss Bart.
You're the biggest psycho I ever met.
You want to stop?
Absolutely not.
Nikki brought Bart to the rooftop. Bart wanted to know if he was Nikki's boyfriend.
Oh, you mean like you own me?
I'm sorry.
The mischievous Bart became well-behaved in front of Nikki, but Bart couldn't figure out what Nikki was thinking. Nikki's personality was always unpredictable.
I'm not gonna let you hurt me anymore.
He's dead. I love him.
Oh, he's breathing.
Loser.
Bart now needed CPR, but because of school rules restrictions, no one dared to save Bart to shirk responsibility. Skinner wanted to push Bart outside the school gate. At the critical moment, Nikki appeared.
I know CPR.
Nikki, no. I prefer a dead child to a lawsuit from your parents.
Despite Skinner's obstruction, Nikki came to Bart's side. She revived Bart with CPR. From then on, the school rule prohibiting physical contact was lifted. The blind boy wanted to feel Nelson's face with his hands.
Ew, I said your face, not your butt. Oh, you feel comfortable enough to mock me.
Nelson gave him a friendly punch.
Nelson, your punch restored my vision. I can see again. Really? Kevin, that's wonderful. This student has become become the master.
Bart was very grateful that Nikki saved him.
Look, can we just pretend that never happened? I don't want everyone at school to go around thinking I like you.
I don't get you. You're hot, you're cold. What is your deal?
Ah, Bart, you've got a few things to learn about women. And I will never tell you what they are.
I give up. Smell you later. Mwah. I love you!
Apu works 18 hours a day, 7 days a week with no breaks. Manjula doesn't know much about the situation in Springfield, so Apu tricks her into thinking everyone works like this, that people in small towns have to work incredibly hard. He even handles store matters over the phone when he gets home at night. Manjula can't stand it anymore and immediately hangs up. Apu looks at his beautiful wife and suddenly feels a spark. Just then, Homer and Marge unexpectedly show up. The Apu couple prepares a table full of curry-flavored Indian dishes that taste quite good. Manjula thanks the Homers for taking time to come over for dinner, since everyone works 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. Marge doesn't understand what Manjula is talking about. She mentions that Homer only works 5 hours a day and gets weekends off. Apu frantically tries to signal her, but it's too late.
Weekends?
Say, who's up for a game of Ganeshkanap?
Manjula pulls Apu aside and starts questioning him. Apu explains that the nature of convenience store work is just like this. Manjula thinks it's just that Apu doesn't want to see her. The two engage in a heated argument over this issue. Marge feels awkward and wants to get Homer to leave, but Homer doesn't want to miss out on the drama. Eventually, Apu takes the initiative to see them out and asks them to go home first. To their surprise, the couple's argument gets so intense that they even break glass.
Oh dear. You gotta put that book down and let me drive.
Hey, they stole our idea. See, look.
The next day, Homer goes to the convenience store early in the morning and casually buys a card. He mainly wants to know how Apu's night went. Apu says it was terrible. His neglect has made Manjula feel unloved, and Apu is afraid his wife will leave him. Homer reminds him that Valentine's Day is coming up. It's a great opportunity to express his love. Apu looks at the calendar and sees there are 7 days until Valentine's Day. He decides to spend these 7 days proving his love for Manjula.
Sweet mint julep. I'll be at Moe's.
Apu's romantic offensive comes like a storm. People soon see Apu's public declaration of love in the local newspaper. Seeing such romance, Marge can't help but be moved and inevitably makes comparisons. She recalls that the last time Homer did something romantic was at their wedding. That day, Marge and Manjula play badminton together. Manjula mentions that last night Apu covered the bedsheets with flower petals. She can't believe how romantic Apu is. Marge thinks about how all she finds on her bedsheets are pickle slices. There are still 6 more surprises waiting for Manjula, and she now feels like the happiest woman in Springfield. Just as she finishes speaking, a parrot flies onto Manjula's shoulder.
Night live. He loves Manjula. The man they call Apu. Oh yeah.
It turns out Apu trained the parrot to sing to her. Marge is quite envious seeing this scene. That evening at home, Marge tells Homer about everything Apu did today. Women eat this stuff up. She hopes Homer will also have a surprise for her on Valentine's Day. Homer isn't worried at all because he's already prepared a Valentine's Day gift.
It's not that monkey card I found in the car, is it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Apu's romance continues. He even makes himself into a chocolate candy and gives it to Manjula. The women of Springfield see this and their hearts ache. In comparison, their own husbands are useless. The men of Springfield face unprecedented pressure. They're all being scorned by their wives at home. However, Homer can still laugh heartily. He believes problems arise from too much communication. At this moment, Marge is going through receipts from the past 7 years. She discovers that the gifts Homer bought her don't even add up to what he spent on haircuts. And how much could those few hairs on Homer's head possibly cost?
You just don't get it.
Homer immediately heads to the bar. He finds that many people aren't appreciated by their wives at home either. So whose fault is this? It should be their own fault for not knowing how to be romantic. Homer calls on everyone to stop blaming themselves. Self-blame is easy, but blaming Apu is even easier. Everyone agrees with this conclusion. Just as he finishes speaking, there's a noise outside. It turns out Apu has rented a carriage and is taking Manjula on a tour around Springfield. Seeing this, Homer is determined to stop Apu's behavior.
Right after happy hour.
Yeah, drinking will help us play.
Next, the Anti-Competition Alliance starts following Apu to see what other romantic gestures he's preparing for Manjula. But after following Apu all day, they come up empty-handed. Apu is just handling some unrelated matters. Flanders thinks they're being ridiculous. They'd be better off using this time to prepare surprises for their own wives.
Phew. At least I got a hunk of Moe's hair.
The Anti-Competition Alliance follows Apu to the airport, but they lose him because they parked too long. Then they notice famous singer Elton getting off a plane. Elton made an emergency landing due to electrical problems, but Homer thinks Elton was invited by Apu, so he throws Elton directly into a cage. Then they discover that Apu wasn't looking for a singer but a pilot. Apu wants to write a declaration of love across the Springfield sky. Seeing this, Homer decides to stop him immediately.
Don't forget your old pal Elton. Can anyone hear me?
Just as Homer is about to confront Apu, the plane sneaks away. This 200-plus-pound fat man bursts with infinite strength and catches up to the plane. The pilot completes the task according to Apu's instructions. Homer warns the pilot to stop immediately. The pilot refuses and says it's his professional ethics. Homer doesn't care about any professional ethics. He takes off a shoe and violently smashes the skywriting device. At this point, I love you has already appeared in the sky. The women of Springfield are envious but slightly disappointed seeing the words in the sky. They assume it must be written from Manjula. Homer is still kicking the skywriting device with his foot. Finally, with one powerful strike, the skywriting device falls off and explodes in midair. This results in the final signature being a star. Many women think their husbands wrote it. They project their wishes onto this cloud with ambiguous meaning, but Marge knows it couldn't possibly be Homer because he definitely doesn't have that kind of romantic heart. At this moment, Homer and the pilot are fighting fiercely. His head crashes through every obstacle along the way. The pilot can't believe how hard Homer's head is. Homer is covered in roses. He grabs a clothesline and swings the roses in front of Marge. Finally, he kneels on one knee. Marge can hardly believe Homer is capable of doing something like this. While driving, Homer placed all his food on his lap, but he found his lap wasn't big enough, so he reclined the seat and put the food on his belly. Just as Homer was eating a burrito, sauce from inside squirted onto the car windshield, blocking his view of the road. He could only use the rear view mirror to see where he was going. What he didn't expect was that a doll had gotten stuck on the brake pedal. No matter how hard he pressed the brakes, they wouldn't work. Eventually, Homer drove the car straight into Burns' office.
Promise me you'll report this.
Unsurprisingly, Homer was fired. Security threw both Homer and his car out. Homer had lost his job. He had to find a new one before Marge found out. Just then, he noticed a 1960s ambulance parked on the roadside. However, both the brakes and engine were broken. The only thing that still worked was the ambulance's siren light.
I'll do it. Do what?
Homer drove the ambulance home. He told Marge about losing his job. To maintain the household expenses, Marge had no choice but to start writing novels to make money. After thinking for a long time, Marge decided to write a story about a whaler. The female protagonist married a whaler and had a happy family. Before long, her husband returned triumphantly with a captured white whale. Just as Marge was admiring the perfect husband in her book, Homer came home and interrupted her fantasy. Watching Homer come back without earning a penny and even urging her to cook, Marge decisively deleted everything she had written. She then changed the male protagonist's image to that of a rogue. Every day when he came home, he demanded kisses from his wife, and after that, he would even go to the bar to drink. Marge felt this part of the story was too dark and decided to add some romantic elements. Just then, Flanders happened to appear before Marge. In the novel, the female protagonist was doing laundry when a handsome, dashing man appeared before her. The man fell in love with her at first sight and wanted to run away with her, but the female protagonist worried about her husband.
But I think you're hot.
Let's go.